First of all, thank you for taking time for taking part in this video series with Cosmos Hub. I hope you're having a great time at Cosmos 2024. To begin with, I think it'll be great if you can give us a quick introduction about you. What project are you working with and in what capacity?
Yeah, so, I'm Luis Quezada, that's my nickname. I'm part of the Neutron team. I've been part of the Cosmos ecosystem for almost 3 years now, and my role it's basically DAO operations. I help with everything related to a DAO to make it run smoothly, basically.
Amazing. How did you get into the Cosmos ecosystem? And
so I was a crypto user for a while, and I ran into Osmosis by chance. I started trading on it, liked the experience. I thought it was the future of how crypto should be. And I think technologically it is, it's how it should be, and most of the improvements we see in crypto are coming from things that have started on Cosmos. So I think I was right on that regard, but I still think that not a lot of people are aware of how Cosmos works in general.
Yeah. Neutron is of course a budding chain, and there's so much activity going on top of it. And you just recently launched integrated applications as well. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that and how it makes onboarding projects to build on top of Neutron faster?
Yeah, so basically integrated applications is just the way that we call the apps that are deployed on Neutron, because Neutron offers the advantage of having access to more of the tech of the chain that other places do. We have some specific modules that give some advanced functionality, like the cron module that allows apps to program or automate certain tasks. We also have an oracle that's updated every block and gives very fresh price data to the apps deployed on the chain. So the integrated application thesis is basically that our apps, or the apps that are deployed on Neutron, are better because they're better integrated into the whole chain, and they don't need to have their own chain to be successful. They can just deploy on Neutron and get all of the advantages with significantly lower costs as well.
The Neutron tech stack also is built for DeFi.
Yeah, our focus is Avril, our founder, was talking about it before, but basically the top use case for crypto is basically DeFi, right? So we're doubling down on that and enabling as much as we can to have the best DeFi apps on it. So yeah, there was a merge with, there was a chain that's called Duality that was supposed to launch, and eventually they decided it made more sense just to merge with Neutron. So we also have a DEX module that any app can take advantage of. So I think that's another good advantage of deploying on Neutron.
So since the Neutron stack is built for DeFi, what do you think needs to be done more to make sure that Cosmos Hub also shines as a DeFi hub?
Yeah, I think the inscriptions, it's something that benefit the hub. Asteroids launched earlier in the year, and I think it's a step in the right direction. There's still a lot that can be done in Cosmos Hub regarding that, but the Astroport team and Mars, which are all backed by Delphi, I think they still have a lot of work to do. So I think it's in the infancy right now, but it's something that will catch on eventually.
Since you work with the community, DAO especially, I think you have your pulse both on the community sentiments as well as the governance part. What do you think is the rising sentiment there, and which direction are we headed, vis-a-vis not just for Neutron but also for Cosmos?
Yeah, I think in general the sentiment towards Cosmos, it's low right now, but it's mainly a perception issue. In the end, most of these things are related to token price, but the tech itself, it's clearly good. It's clearly improving. The hub, it's probably the most technologically advanced it has ever been, and it's iterating very fast. So we're seeing constant upgrades to the tech. So I think that's good. And eventually, when the correct apps are deployed, if more chains take on the ICS or the PSS, whatever version they take, when more apps take advantage of that and we grow more the AEC or the economic zone, the ATOM economic zone, I think the community will be more positive about what's happening. Like most of the stuff that's been happening, it's been behind the scenes in the tech stack. So that's hard for the end users to perceive, So maybe they see that nothing's happening, and usually when that happens, they think that it's not going anywhere, even if it is, But these things take time to materialize, basically.
Mm-hmm. Since you participate with DAO governance and not just that, even with Cosmos Hub governance, what do you like about that, and what do you not like so much about governance in Cosmos?
I think like a lot of people focus negatively on all the drama and stuff, but I think that's actually a good thing that people care and are involved like that. I don't think it happens as much in other chains. Like other chains are probably going to have even more backroom stuff that's not out in the open. But the governance on the hub, it's actually very active. I see that as a positive thing. Like the drama for me, it's just part of human interactions. Like outside of crypto itself, like. It's not easy peasy governance and everyone's happy, right? So it's just part of having actual human interaction that makes it like the drama and itself, but I think it's a good thing, like that people care and are involved.
Interchain security is getting like a lot more traction and momentum of sorts. Then there are more and more consumer chains that are launching. What are your thoughts about it, and what do you think the Cosmos Hub can do more to incentivize more projects to be onboarded like that?
I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done on education. Like, if you know nothing about Cosmos, about Al-Bassam, or the SDK, it's hard to be on board of that, and not many people know how to actually get started. There are some resources, but it's not something that as easy as in other ecosystems. Even if the other languages are harder to learn, they have more resources, and that makes it more accessible to people. So if we could improve something, it's probably that, to make onboarding developers easier and make the experience more seamless,
So we'll jump into this rapid fire section. So ATOM is a token. Should you sell it or should you compound it?
I think it should be compounded and using something like liquid staking, right? Like especially drop on Neutron.
Why do you think cosmonauts should hold ATOM?
I think the governance aspect, like a liquid stake token that gives governance powers, it's the ideal for me. Like, it doesn't exist right now, but when it does, like, that would be the perfect thing for me. Like, you participate in DeFi, but you also participate in governance.
Who do you think should be the CEO of Cosmos?
I think Carter from Secret and DAO should be the CEO. Like, he has a lot of good features and he has a good vision and actually works, So yeah, Carter.
If you were to describe interchain security in one word, what would that be?
Restaking, and that's how it should be defined, and not many people know that it's actually.
What are your favorite dApps that are being deployed on the hub?
Neutron and all the apps around it, Mars, Hash Report, and Drop, for sure.
What's your hot take? What should Cosmos put its pedal on, governance or innovation?
I think we have enough innovation already. We need to spend it more on and actually getting people to know about it. So I would say none of those, and marketing and BD, basically.
Name one challenge that's facing Cosmos Hub right now.
Awareness, basically. People need to be aware that how good it is and what benefits it has. So I would say that awareness among the rest of the crypto community and users at large.
An underrated project in Cosmos that definitely needs more eyeballs on it.
I would say Mars is probably the most underrated, and it's probably the best DeFi app
in all of crypto, and sadly not many people know about it.
If you were to use one growth metric to chart the progress of Cosmos Hub, starting now, for example, what would that metric be?
Basically, TVL price, right? The higher the price, it means more people are jumping into the ecosystem, and it's the easier way to track it. So I would say price.
And if you were to give a tagline or a catchphrase for building on Cosmos Hub, what would that be?
Integrated.
Okay.
Integration, yeah.
Okay. That's a wrap. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.